Hello and welcome to the Red Men TV. I'm Chris Pajak. It's the daily news show. It's Si behind the camera, if you were wondering. We take it in turns to mess up and forget our audio stuff. I have turned mine off today. Si didn't. He has now. Big news. Oxlade-Chamberlain wants to join Liverpool and has apparently rejected the offer from Chelsea. Now, the reasons why he's rejected the offer from Chelsea is they're just not as good as us, quite frankly. No, he sees himself as a central midfielder. He wants to play in central midfield. He thinks he can do that for Liverpool. He thinks that Chelsea want to play him as a wing back, so to probably take the place or challenge Victor Moses in that right wing back, or even I suppose left wing back position. He has played there for both for Arsenal as well. So interesting, he's been the subject of a £40 million bid for Chelsea. Now, Liverpool haven't bid as yet, but Oxlade-Chamberlain has made it clear that he wants to play for Jurgen Klopp and he wants to play for Liverpool. That's his dream move. And why shouldn't it be? It should be every player's dream move, in my opinion, to want to come to Liverpool FC because they're the greatest football team that's ever been. Fact. So yeah, I mean, as it stands right now, you know, no bid from Liverpool for the Ox, but we are wanting to wrap the deal up before deadline day. If you believe reports, we've bid £74 million for Thomas Lemar. Now, the offer apparently on the table, according to Dominic King of the Daily Mail, is that we've mapped out a proposal, £74 million plus Divock Origi, probably a loan deal, something like that. And we want to get that deal wrapped up within 24 hours. Now, if we don't get that deal wrapped up within 24 hours, we could find ourselves moving for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and buying him for around about £40 million if Arsenal will sell to a rival. I think it's nuts. I think it's crazy, in fact, that Arsenal consider Liverpool a rival and not Chelsea, because here's what it means to me, and it might mean something different to you, but the fact that they're happy to enter negotiations maybe for Alexis Sanchez with Man City or Oxlade-Chamberlain for Chelsea because they consider Liverpool a rival and the others not, that shows you the lack of ambition at Arsenal Football Club, if you ask me. I mean, you know, what are they vying for? Just top four? They're not vying for the title. They don't consider Arsenal, Man City and Chelsea to be rivals. Really? If I was an Arsenal fan, I would be fuming that you would consider making the best better in Man City and Chelsea and stuff. Look, you know, you might disagree with that, but Chelsea are the title holders at the end of the day, and you know they're looking to make them stronger. But they wouldn't sell to Liverpool. You know, it's crazy to me. It shows a real lack of ambition at Arsenal Football Club, and if I was an Arsenal fan, I would be absolutely fuming at that, if I'm honest. So I'm going to go into the chat. Nick LFCCY says, I think we should bid 25 to 30 million pounds for him. It does seem like that's not going to be high enough the way that it's. I don't know whether Liverpool will match 40 million. 40 million seems a lot of money, even in today's market, for a guy we could get free next season. And apparently Oxlade-Chamberlain will be happy sitting out his contract and then joining up with Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool next season as well. Tells you about the lore of Liverpool Football Club, doesn't it? Niv Football Super Chat, thank you so much. I heard that Oxlade rejected 150 a week at Arsenal. Lallana is only on 120. I would be super pissed if he was on that sort of money. Yeah, I mean, I said this at the weekend, didn't I, when we smashed Arsenal, that, you know, £150,000 a week that he's rejected. He wants maybe 180 to stay at Arsenal. Well, listen, you know, if you wanted to get me to play for Arsenal, you need to pay me more than Liverpool, because ultimately Liverpool are a better side and I'd take less money to go and play football for Liverpool, and Arsenal fans might disagree with that. The way it stands at the moment, having just smashed them 4-0 at the weekend, £180,000 a week or £150,000 a week to play wing-back in a crap side, or, you know, what's more likely, £100,000 a week to play in a great side with a chance of winning trophies this season. Just saying. Thanks for the comment. Never really appreciate it, mate. Okay, the Turkey Fish 15. Hopefully we can get Van Dijk and Lamar then to have Keita and Ox come in at the end of the season. Wow, I've not considered it like that. Yeah, have I? Yeah, Van Dijk could hopefully come in before the end of the transfer window. Imagine Lamar comes in. I was so buzzing. I was so excited. I actually thought that we'd get both deals over the line yesterday. I'm still confident. I'm not as confident on the Lamar deal. I am confident that we will get Virgil van Dijk. I loved Twitter yesterday. If anyone was on the LFC Twitter, you know, Twitter went bananas, tracking Mercedes vans, tracking planes, putting down flight track apps. They were going down. Detectives all over the place checking out the inside of planes and stuff like that. And yeah, it wasn't Van Dijk by all accounts. But it was mental, wasn't it? Apparently Van Dijk was spotted in Liverpool says back to squash. I don't think that's true, to be honest with you. I think I would have heard about that. Chris, if we get Van Dijk, Lamar and the Ox, you think we have a strong push in the Champions League and the Premier League, says Remmel Maynard. If we get Van Dijk, Lamar and Oxlade-Chamberlain, and I'm going to add on to it, mate, we keep Phil Coutinho, then I think we make a strong push at any competition that we enter. I mean, you know, we've got a good side now, a very good footballing side now. We could have a good squad as well, and then you just don't know what happens then, do you? So it's looking good for Liverpool right now. It's been a good sort of 48 hours. I mean, Keita coming in's lifted everybody's spirit. I know it's not till 2018 and stuff, but yeah, it's a good time to be a Liverpool fan. Jay, LFC, you'll never walk alone, says Chris follows Indy Carla. I think he meant Indy Kayla. Of course I follow Indy Kayla. I mean, you've got to if you're on Twitter, do you know what I mean? And he was killing it yesterday with some of his tweets. They were hilarious. It's not to say that I believe every single one he puts out, but Mustang Try 72, the Ox is a good player. Everyone in that Arsenal squad currently looks rubbish. He'll do well for us. Lee Dobson, will we sign Virgil, Van Dijk and Lamar? I think we will definitely sign one of them. And I think that the more likely one is Virgil van Dijk, which is mad. I think the bookies have slashed the odds now. He's odds on coming to Liverpool. I do think that we are trying our damnedest, our hardest to get Lamar through the door as well. And I see Lamar as, I say, look, there's a £74 million bid apparently on the table according to Tom King with Divock Origi and stuff. I see him as a good cover for both left and right hand side. He can also play in the attacking midfield position if we want to play him there as well. So he can play anywhere across that sort of attacking midfield from left to right. Great backup for Sadio Mane and Mo Salah. And I say backup, and what I mean by that is to keep everybody fresh. It's a massively important job. Being a very good squad player and a very good squad, it's very difficult to do as well. You've got to keep everybody fresh. You've got to pair up well with both different types of players and stuff. And Lamar, 21 years old, I think it was 14 goals and 17 assists last season in 2016-17 as they won the league and stuff. Semi-finals of the Champions League. He's got a direct hand in 31 goals last season. You're talking a top draw player here in Thomas Lemar, and you know, it'd be great, and I would love to see both Lamar, Van Dijk, or all three of Lamar, Van Dijk and Oxlade-Chamberlain in, but I just wonder whether it's Lamar or Oxlade-Chamberlain. And right now, as I am a massive fan of Oxlade-Chamberlain, I really like him as a footballer. I really wanted Liverpool to sign him. If it was a straight choice between the two of them, I'd be going for Lamar because I think his ceiling's higher, and it kind of goes a little bit against what I've said about bringing experienced players in of the right age and stuff, but there you go. Harrison Gibbons has just said, actually, Ox or Lamar, Lamar for me, but I wouldn't discount Premier League proven quality and stuff, and I know he's not had the greatest career at Arsenal, but there's a reason he stayed at Arsenal for so many years, and because he's a good footballer. Any decent comments there, Si?
Yeah, quite a lot of people saying that they don't want Oxlade-Chamberlain, they don't think he's very good. But Trevor Dixon made a good point saying we need as many players as we can get. We need patience to rotate the squad, so get him.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's a great point, Si. Good comment to read out, mate. Tejas L. Hey, Chris, what do you think Ox joins Liverpool on a free transfer next summer? I think, yeah, I don't know 100%. Obviously, you know, this is opinion based on news and stuff, but right now it does look like Liverpool are all in on Lamar. The fact that we've not bid, and there's only today and tomorrow to get a medical done for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and, you know, you've got to get a bid accepted as well. It does say that Lamar is clear number one priority for me, and I wonder if we're all just focused on Lamar at the moment, or maybe Michael Edwards and the team that are trying to get that deal over the line are focused on that. And I wonder whether if we manage to get something done there, I think the Lamar stuff's going to be difficult for us, because it looks like today is the only day he could potentially do a medical for us. I know that France play. I think it's tomorrow night on deadline day, so you're either... What do? Do you sacrifice a medical and try and get the deal over the line tomorrow, or do you try and get a medical done today, which is the only time I think it would have to be at France's training camp the medical will be done. So if Lamar is to sign, I'd hazard a guess that it's more likely to be today. If Oxlade-Chamberlain signs, I'd hazard the guess that it's more likely going to be tomorrow, and it's dependent on the Lamar stuff. At some point Liverpool might have to just leave Lamar because they don't think that the deal's going to get done, and move on to Oxlade-Chamberlain. As I say, it seems a little bit nuts to me that, you know, we would spend £40 million on a player that we could potentially get up for free next season. If we get Lamar over the line, then Oxlade-Chamberlain coming in next season could be really, really good for us. Listen, I'll go to a couple more comments, and then we're gonna have a little break, and Paul's gonna come back and do some Phil Coutinho news in a few minutes and stuff. Top Killy says Lamar. OMFG says the Ox. Adam Moggy, Chris, if you was the opposition, would you prefer to play against Lamar or Ox? Ox every day a week. That's the difference. Yeah, it's a good point. Actually, I'd not really considered it, Adam, about taking the opposition's point of view and stuff. And, you know, if you're talking a genuine winger, I think Lamar's just a little bit more of an all-rounded winger, a little bit more dangerous, you know, gets more assists, gets more goals. So as an opposition defender, I'd much rather play against Oxlade-Chamberlain. But I do see that Oxlade-Chamberlain can fit into other areas of the pitch as well, and I see the value of having someone who is versatile. You know, you just have to see, you know, last season James Milner playing left back when we really thought we had no left back at the football club who could do as a solid last season. James Milner's versatility, you know, helped us out there. Trent Alexander-Arnold's versatility has helped us out at right back, because, you know, he's grown up as a centre midfielder. Joe Gomez's versatility helped us out at right back so far this season. Gini Wijnaldum's versatility, everyone thought he was coming as a left winger, sees him drop into that centre midfield and absolutely run the game against Arsenal at the week. Mane's versatility, plays right wing last season, plays left wing and scores 2 goals so far this season. Firmino's versatility, brought in as an attacking midfielder, now playing the false 9. So this is something that Jurgen Klopp wants in his players, and I think Oxlade-Chamberlain has that versatility, not to keep banging that drum home. But thanks for the comment, mate. Kevin Davies is in the chat. Hello, Kevin. It's been a while. It's been a real while, mate. Joined Liverpool, who cares? An empire in decline. Mate, we're on the rise. We've been in decline, we've done that, we're on the rise now, mate, and I think you know as such as well. Chris, your thoughts on Renato Sanchez? Don't think it's going to happen, if I'm perfectly honest. Remal Maynard, Chris, I'm worried that the Liverpool squad will burn out because of the way we play. That's why we need squad players, isn't it? That is exactly why we need squad players, and the better the squad players, the better the players, the better the squad we'll have. So have you got anything before we round up?
Yeah, I've got a couple. Franco Kelly says we've come a long way since missing out on a $2 million deadline day deal for Clint Dempsey.
Yeah, we have.
And Adriano Adonez says, we'll cater an Ox next summer, make up for losing Chan for free.
I don't want to lose Emre Can for free. I really don't. I think, you know, it's heavily rumoured about Juventus already agreeing a deal with him. You know, they are just rumours and conjecture at the moment and stuff. But the way that Emre Can's played, I think he's been the best of the 3 midfielders so far this season. And as such, I don't want to see Emre Can move on. I think he can get better and better and better. And I think, you know, it's about making sure that he gets his game time this season. He continues to dominate, and we offer him a new contract that he fully deserves. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Paul will be back with another news show focused on the Phil Coutinho news. So hang tight. We'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter, on Facebook, on Volley, and give the video a like on YouTube. Nice one.